All right, y'all. So these are tips that a lot of my followers sent me on Instagram. I agree with a lot of these things, and a lot of these things work for me as well. And these are a lot of those general tips that kind of everybody gives for Weight Watchers. I wanted to start out with my own personal tips that I felt like were pretty non-typical tips that really don't focus so much on the details, but more on the mindset. Okay, let's go. Other tips for you guys via my amazing Instagram followers. Tip number 1, get a food scale. And at this point, that's kind of just like second nature to me. I have a food scale. I do still regularly weigh my food. I did not at first. And what I found when I finally did get a food scale was I was actually shorting myself on a lot of things, especially shredded cheese. So get yourself a food scale, weigh your food in grams or ounces, whatever correlates with serving sizes on those items. Okay. Tip number 2, meal prep. A lot of people said that meal prepping is something that really helps them stay accountable and helps keep them on track. I feel like meal prepping can look so different for so many people. So meal prepping doesn't necessarily mean that you have to make the same meal for every lunch every day of the week and pack up those little containers and do all of that. Meal prepping can be as simple as buying fresh fruits and vegetables and chopping those up and washing them so that they're ready for you when you're feeling snacky, and maybe create a better option for you. Meal prepping can be, just having, for me, meal prepping can be as simple as just defrosting my chicken or ground turkey the night before so that when I do go to cook my dinner, it's ready for me and I don't get to that hangry stage where I'm like, oh crap, now I gotta freaking defrost some meat and it's not ready, and now I'm gonna make a poor choice because I'm starving. So meal prepping can look different for everyone, but however that works for you, do it. Okay. Get rid of that all or nothing mentality. Know that you are going to make mistakes in this journey. Know that you are going to have days where you eat the pizza, or you eat the cookie, or you eat the donuts, or you eat the candy, or whatever it is. And that's okay. It is okay. It doesn't mean that you just give up. It's like the quote from, I forget her name right now off the top of my head. Oh, the Jillian Michaels lady, okay? She says, if you get a flat tire, you're not going to get out of your car and slash the rest of your tires. No, you're going to patch that tire and then you're going to keep moving. And it's the same thing for fitness. If you eat a cookie, it's okay. I've eaten many cookies on this journey. Just this weekend, it was Oprah weekend here in Minneapolis, and I had a wonderful weekend. I drank beer, I had pizza, I had a big ass cookie, I had a donut at work. I enjoyed myself, but I also had other things and ate other nutritious food and made sure I drank all my water and got my steps in and stayed active. So I didn't just go, oh, I ate a giant cookie that was probably 1,100 calories. F it. I'm just going to give up on this health and fitness thing. No, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep slaying my goals. And you can too. Just give up that all or nothing mentality. Throw it out the window. You don't need it. Okay. Another tip, celebrate those non-scale victories. I still celebrate my non-scale victories. They are so important to help keep you motivated, and celebrate yourself. Celebrate the small things, because the small things are really big things. Okay, that last NSV, nothing compared to this. You guys, I bought this coat years ago at a Goodwill. It was just a really good deal. And I have a problem with bargains. I can't pass them up. And I've never been able to wear it. Until today, I just decided to try it on. I have a hoodie on under it. I'm comfortable. I can raise my arm. I can go like this. So bought these boots forever ago. They never fit me, but they were designer and like this crazy good deal. And guess fucking what? Them bitches fit now. Oh my god. So excited. Okay, super random NSV I was not expecting. I was switching to my spring purse. Look how low it's sitting because it has less room to go across, and I totally forgot about this, but I had to put it like on the last hole so it would fit across.
Yeah, my arm is too beat up.
If it's easier for you to bend over and tie your shoes, celebrate that shit. Be proud of that. Be happy for yourself and know that it just keeps getting better. In the beginning, especially if you have a lot of weight to lose, you know, the scale might not be your best friend, and you might look in the mirror and you might feel the same. But when you notice those little things, celebrate them. Bask in all of your glory, because you need that to keep going and to keep you motivated and to keep chasing those non-scale victories. Because let's be real, the scale can be a jerk sometimes and does not reflect the hard work that you feel like you're putting in. So just know that, okay? Be prepared. Plan and be prepared. Stock your spaces. I talked about this in my What I Eat in a Day. I stock my spaces. I keep snacks in my car. I keep snacks at work. If I am going to an event, I always make sure that I eat something really filling beforehand so that I don't show up really hangry and overeat on things that don't align with my goals. So be prepared. Stock your spaces, okay? Stock your spaces is my own tip. Just sneaking that one in there. Just know, one of the guys I follow on Instagram, I'll drop his handle here for anybody else. This is someone who's really helped motivate me. His name is Dan. He always says something that resonates so much with me. Because when you start Weight Watchers, you'll go places and people go, oh, can you eat this? Oh, is this okay? And the truth of the matter is you can eat anything. You just can't eat everything, okay? You can enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. You just can't enjoy them all at the same time. And that's what your weeklies are for. That's what your fit points are for. That's what your rollovers are for. Weight Watchers really helps you plan for those moments, or maybe even sometimes helps you with those unplanned moments where you do want to enjoy something, and you should. But the difference is that we're not enjoying those things all the time, right? So again, you can eat anything, you just can't eat everything. And I love that so much. And, you know, again, it's okay if you make those mistakes. Give yourself grace, and know there is a fine line between giving yourself grace and making excuses. But once you kind of start to navigate that and figure that out, you'll be okay. I promise. Check in with yourself regularly. How are you doing? How are you feeling? If you're making excuses, why are you making those excuses? What are the underlying issues of those issues that you're having? For me personally, starting out on Weight Watchers, I actually started with therapy before I started with Weight Watchers, because I had been overweight and I had been either overweight or obese my entire life. And there were a lot of underlying issues that I will talk about maybe in a later video that I needed to deal with before I could move forward. So if you've been trying to do this thing for a long time and you just can't seem to figure out what is holding you back, don't be afraid to reach out and get professional help to help you figure out what it is that's holding you back. Because most of us have been through traumatic events in our life, and sometimes it's surprising how those things affect us in ways we don't even realize. So get help if you need it. Reach out to a friend, reach out to a counselor, call your doctor's office, figure out what you can do to get into some talk therapy. I personally used Talkspace. It's a wonderful app where you can chat online, you can do video chats, you can also add in face-to-face therapy as well. And it was really, really helpful for me. So figure out what works for you in finding more help to help you get to the root of whatever your issue is that is holding you back. Okay, because only you can push yourself forward and get yourself help. Okay, all right. Another tip from my Instagram followers was take pictures and take measurements. I wish I had taken more pictures in the beginning of my journey. I have a few pictures from when I first started out, when I was just like really fed up with myself. I took a few befores, and I wish I had taken more intimate photos of myself throughout my journey, because again, if the scale isn't moving, especially if you're strength training and you're working out, you're building muscle. So you're replacing your fat with muscle. So you may be getting smaller, but the scale may not be moving as quickly as you'd like, or as quickly as you'd want to see it move. So take those pictures, compare them. You don't have to share them with anyone if you don't want to. It is for you. This whole journey is only for you. It is not for anyone else. So make sure you're taking those photos. Take measurements as well. I did start taking measurements a little bit later on in my journey. Again, something I wish I had done sooner. So another tip. All right, last tip from my Instagram followers is pre-track. That is not something that I personally do. I am a rebel at heart. So I have pre-tracked for certain things, especially if I am going out to dinner. I will go to, again, another tool in your Weight Watchers app is the restaurant guide. I would go in, I would figure out what I wanted to eat, check out the menu ahead of time, pre-track that, and then work the rest of my day around that. For some people, pre-tracking every day really helps them stay accountable to themselves. So if that's something that works for you, try it out. And if it doesn't work for you, that's okay. Find something else that does. So yeah, those are my tips for really anybody, whether you're a newbie, whether you've been doing this for a while, doesn't matter. We all need help. And sometimes one thing will work for us for a while, and then we have to switch it up and try something else. So there's another bonus tip for you. Don't be afraid to try different things and to switch up your routine. All right, so I mentioned that it was Oprah week here. So I went to Oprah's 2020 Vision Tour, Your Life in Focus. We got this awesome workshop book, and I just wanted to share 7 ways to support your new healthy habits. It's in this book that we got because there's some really great information in here that I think really applies to this video and exactly what we're talking about. Now, even if you're not a Weight Watchers member, a lot of these tips and tricks can be applied in just an overall wellness journey. So here we go. Now, this is one that I kind of briefly talked over. If you're losing steam because the finish line feels too far away, break your goals into smaller parts. What can you do in 2 weeks? What can you do in 1 month? So breaking those goals down into smaller goals is so helpful. Like I said, baby steps, 1 lap around the block. That 1 lap will eventually turn into a mile. That walking will eventually turn into jogging. Baby steps. Okay. If you're trying to stop doing something, focus on what you will do instead. You're more likely to change a habit if you have a new one ready to replace it. So helpful. We can't just stop doing things, right? Like, we have to replace them with other, better, healthier habits. So, yeah. Okay. Number 3. If you're not sure you can do it, think of the challenges you've overcome in the past. Remind yourself what you learned and what helped you succeed. What personal strength can you lean on? We all have personal strengths. We all have a superpower. I know navigating through this journey, sometimes it can be difficult. You're not going to just come out of this right away with tons of confidence and figuring out exactly what you strive at. But as you work hard, you will figure it out, and knowing your strengths will help you overcome any obstacles that come along your way, because there will be obstacles even when you do hit your goal, even when you do get to lifetime or whatever it is that your end goal is. I promise you there will still be obstacles. And I know this firsthand because I still have obstacles, and I still have to remind myself of what I'm good at and how I can move forward. All right. If you feel alone in your goal, think of challenges. Oh, I'm sorry. Rereading that one. Blooper. If you feel alone in your goal, ask for help. Share the progress. Invite someone to join you on your wellness journey. Surround yourself with people who are supportive. This is so, so important. You guys, if you still have people in your life who are trying to hold you down and hold you back, get new people, okay? I can't even stress how important this is. And I cleared a lot of people out of my life. And a lot of that led up to me starting my journey and becoming a better and better and better version of myself. The people in your life should love and support you. Sometimes, yes, will that mean that they completely understand everything that you're doing? No. But they will try to understand, and they will be there for you. So there you go. If your motivation is dropping off, find ways to breathe new life into your journey. Take a fun fitness class. Reward yourself with a massage. Refresh a room in your home, or make a game out of how many days in a row you can practice your new habit. I do all of the above. Like I said, don't be afraid to switch things up. If things are getting really mundane and boring and you need to switch it up, do that. Moving things around in your house, I do that frequently. You'll probably notice as I make more videos that my background will change all the time. I like to move things around and make my home fresh and more exciting and more comfortable, or whatever it is. So, and rewarding yourself. And I know for a lot of us, rewards have been food related. So finding new rewards for yourself, whether that be maybe a manicure, pedicure, or a massage, or getting your hair done, or a new workout outfit, try to revolve those rewards around wellness and reward yourself with things that align with your goals. Okay. If you're starting and stopping, assess what is making it hard to practice your habit and remove the difficulties. If it requires travel, can you do it at home? If you lack encouragement, can you find someone to do it with you? So I love that Weight Watchers has the referral link. You can refer friends to try Weight Watchers, and you get a free month, which who doesn't love free shit? And then you have someone who is gonna try it out with you and be along with you for the journey. So if you're starting and stopping quite frequently, what can you do to keep yourself focused, right? All right. Last tip in the 7 ways to support your new healthy habits. If your commitment is getting hazy, remind yourself by writing down your intention and then your commitment. Writing increases your promise to yourself more than just thinking about it. This is so true. This is something that I've started doing. I keep a running list of even just my items or my to-do lists. And it could be something as simple as mop the floor. It could be something as big as pay off a credit card. Writing things down really help you achieve those goals. And writing down your why, writing down why you're doing the things that you're doing, whether it be to be healthier for your family, whether it be to be healthier for yourself, which it should be, whether it's to fit into your wedding dress or whatever it is. We all have a different why, and our whys can change. So know that is okay for your why to change and for it to grow and for you to have many, many, many reasons why you're doing the things that you're doing. But write them down. Keep a journal, keep a notebook by your bedside, in your purse, in your nightstand, whatever it is, whatever is convenient for you. Don't be afraid to write those things down, because if you write them down, you're more likely to achieve them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to drop any questions, comments, criticisms, constructive criticisms, anything you have for me down below. And thanks again for checking out my YouTube video. Like, subscribe, share with anyone that you think will benefit from watching this. And I'll see you guys on the next one. See you bitches later. Bye!